Okay, so let's talk freaking Wakanda Forever.
I heard you were hyped for this.
I am hyped. Where are you at? Okay, let me go first then. I'm going to bring the hype. I think two things are true at the same time for me. I was talking with my good buddy Eric. Gotta give him a shout out every episode if I possibly can. And we were discussing how we weren't excited about the fact that Feige so early or so soon after Chadwick Boseman unfortunately passed away, they announced that, hey, we're not recasting T'Challa. That felt like kind of an emotional move rather than a rational move. And I totally understand the spirit of it. We want to honor this guy. We want to respect his legacy. Makes sense. It does. But I think you can do that. And I think you can do that while recasting the character. I don't think you have to leave it untouched, never to be approached again. So I remain hopeful that will change at some point because I really enjoy the character of T'Challa, and we haven't had him long enough.
Right.
We just haven't.
Right.
And I can get over hey, it's a different dude being called T'Challa, a different actor. I can make that transition. That's not going to be a problem for me.
We did it for Rhodey, and we did it for someone else. Don't remember who the other one was. Rhodey was the big one that I remember.
Rhodey's the big one. So I really wish that they would do that because I want that character of T'Challa to be involved as much as possible. I don't want his time to be done. I just don't. And I'm really impressed with this first trailer and how it seemed to pay homage to Chadwick Boseman, how it paid homage to the character of T'Challa. It struck this really unique tone of being both genuinely mournful and sorrowful, like it was heavy, but then, my goodness, what they showed was strong. The pieces of Atlantis that they gave to us, the little glimpses of Namor, and the Atlanteans and the Wakandans battling, and the struggle that all of T'Challa's friends and former comrades are going through to try and live life without their friend, without their son, without their brother, and without their leader. That's impressive. Like, that was one hell of a teaser trailer. And just from an artistic point of view, I loved how musical it was. Like, it was just like a killer song where it starts out fairly soft, fairly tender, and by the time it gets to the end, it has built up to where you're just going, let's go, let's get after it. And so it finished strong, the little Wakanda Forever whisper at the end of the trailer. That takes some doing to pack all that into 2 minutes. And again, the caveat with all these trailers, the movie, the show, it could suck. The trailer was great. The movie could still blow chunks. But I was really impressed with the trailer, and I was given fresh hope for the movie because I think it's going to tell a compelling story even without the character of T'Challa in it. And again, I still wish the character of T'Challa was in it. So, two seemingly conflicting wishes, desires, I think are true in me at the same time. So I'm very hopeful for the movie. Very hopeful. That's where I'm at. So yeah, color me hyped.
I'm excited for Namor.
Yeah.
That just brings in a whole new world for us.
Yep.
And it's something I just thought of like 2 minutes ago. He will be the second mutant to hit screen. This dude's a mutant.
Right.
So we're like this much closer. I mean, they made Miss Marvel a mutant. Right. Which I'm 50-50 on. I honestly don't care enough, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't have enough attachment to that character to feel one way or the other about it.
I was more upset about her power set being changed.
Sure.
Than her Inhuman
origin.
Mutant. They're the same thing.
Yep.
They're the same thing. Okay.
Yep.
But
same thing, different names.
Namor is going to be sweet. Okay. Now, this movie's going to come down to probably three things. Okay. I want to know. I want to see. I want a comic accurate Namor. Okay. I want Namor to be a dick. All right. Okay.
He totally is in the comics, like all the time. Right. And here you have to respect that. He's been that way forever.
Right.
All the time. Like Captain America 1940s, 2022 Illuminati, dick.
And
All the time.
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy.
Yep.
He's a dick.
You know
okay?
what? He is on brand all the time.
I want to hate him. Okay? I want to hate him. All right?
But also kind of like him.
Right. Number 2. Okay? Now, this has very potential. Like, this could change everything.
Okay.
There's rumors that Doctor Doom could be showing up in this movie. Ooh. And if that is the case, this was rumored way back when this movie was first starting. And the rumor is that's going to be Javier Bardem as Victor Von Doom, which, by the way, older guy, but not a bad choice. If you're going to go old, that was almost a perfect choice. Okay?
Javier is ferocious.
That dude's an amazing actor. Okay?
Yep.
That's a stellar all around. Okay?
Yep. Yeah, that's a heck of a pull if that's who they put in that role. Heck of a pull.
Will it happen? Probably not. But
fun to dream.
Okay? Third, I want to know who the next Black Panther is.
Okay.
That little clip of Black Panther, of the new next Black Panther, I'm very curious to see. Now, I will give you, there's 4 possibilities.
Yep.
Okay? And I will rank them in order. Okay?
In order of likelihood or in order of what you would prefer to see?
I'm going to go with what I would prefer to see.
Great. Love that.
Least preferred to see.
Yep.
T'Challa's baby mama. Okay? Don't want her to be the next Black Panther. I don't think it makes sense. Okay? Shuri is number 3.
Okay.
Now, I think Shuri is the most logical choice.
Most likely.
Because that is the comic choice.
Yep.
And I want to be very clear. I'm very okay with that choice.
Yep.
That's not a choice that I am against. I just wish it would have been later on down the road.
Sure.
It just happened a little too soon.
Yep.
Number 2, probably the least likely to happen, but the coolest, one of the coolest, Killmonger coming back, taking over. I would like to see a redeemed Killmonger.
Right.
I don't want, like, bad guy Killmonger.
Making a deal with the devil, giving him the suit.
Right.
Because you're getting your butt kicked by Atlantis.
Right. That's not what I want.
Okay.
My number 1 choice, and I've been thinking a lot about this, I want M'Baku.
Whoa.
Which is an insane choice. But can you imagine that guy? That dude is jacked and he's huge as the Black Panther. Like, okay, it's one thing to see T'Challa as Black Panther, like, oh, that guy could beat me up. You look at M'Baku in the Black Panther suit, you're like,
it's more like Black Bear at that point.
Right, it's the Hulk.
Yep.
It is the Hulk.
Yep. Sizable
from
fellow.
Africa.
Sizable
it's
fellow.
Insane.
Yep. T'Challa's legit Black Panther. This guy's, we're getting to Black Bear territory.
Right. And I've heard him voice Batman, so I know he can nail the violence. So I'm just, that's kind of that's my choice. That's my first choice. And Winston Duke's a great actor on top of all of that. So
yeah, he was so powerful, so strong.
M'Baku's my number 1 choice.
Yep.
I think Shuri's the one that makes the most logical sense.
Most likely. I agree with you. That is most likely. That was a tremendous list. Love the thought you put into that.
And I don't think his lover will be, because she's obviously Prego.
Yep. Yeah. I don't think that's very likely at all. Shuri is certainly most likely. M'Baku, like, on the one hand, like, I want to get on board with that choice, but I enjoy him so much outside of the suit. I almost don't want him covered up by the suit. Does that make sense?
Right.
Not that he would be a great choice, but I just don't want him masked up. Like, I want him uncovered and just, he's got the giant staff with the rock at the end of it. That's sweet.
There's something else they could do with him too that would be cool, and like, because in the comics he's like the great, like, he's something with the gorilla or something.
Yeah, like the white ape.
The white gorilla, yeah, the white ape or something like that.
Yeah, boy, I'm not remembering that exactly
So
right.
if they gave him like a updated, modernized kind of Black Panther-esque suit without the Black Panther-esque vibe,
leaning into the ape side,
right?
Yep,
that would be dope too.
Okay,
I think he needs like a
little power up.
Right.
I'd be okay with that.
That would be dope. I'd be cool with that.
I would. Yeah. The character of T'Challa, again, I wish that they would bring him back. I hope they still will. And Killmonger's in a close second to T'Challa for me, because he was such an outstanding villain. And to your point, bring him back as a redeemed character. We don't need he's just waiting to stab us in the back Killmonger, right? It's just, you're making the deal with the devil until he gets what he wants, you get what you want, and now you're fighting each other again. I would much rather see him... can you say Winter Soldiered? Right? Where he's adversary and then becomes ally. A little different scenario because he wasn't brainwashed, so I know it's not a true one-for-one comparison here, but similar dynamic as far as you went from fighting this guy to now he is a genuine ally.
Maybe it all depends on how they kill T'Challa off. Because if they make it in some like heroic, like kingly way, that might be enough for Killmonger to be like, oh, I messed up. I did the wrong thing. I don't know. If it was out of respect.
I hadn't even thought of that, Riley. Like, how are they telling that part of the story of T'Challa being gone?
My guess is they're going to have Namor kill him off, or they think it's the Atlanteans, which would cause a war, but then it probably won't turn out to be Namor. That's a possibility. Sure. I don't know, but it has to be something along those lines, because why else would they be fighting?